Conrad Murray trial picks up again today. The final prosecution witness expected to finish his testimony. Then Conrad Murray's defense team will get its turn. Stephanie Stanton is live at the courthouse in downtown LA. She has a preview. Good morning, Stephanie.
Yeah, good morning to you, Kathy. This case is winding down slowly. As you said, there has been a break. We have not seen jurors in this courtroom since last Thursday, but the testimony will resume today. It will pick back up with the prosecution's final witness, an expert on propofol. Then once the defense gets started, they are also expected to call several witnesses, among them their own propofol experts. So it will be a case of the dueling experts. Joining us now is Dr. BarryFriedberg. He is an anesthesiologist and also an expert on propofol. Thanks for being with us. You've been following this case. What's your take on these dueling experts?
The dueling experts are going to focus on the two issues of the propofol dose and the blood levels, neither of which are what killed Michael Jackson. What killed Michael was his brain and breathing response. And you can measure your brain response directly with the best available technology, a brain monitor, which is really what would have saved his life.
Yeah, so you're saying, propofol aside, none of it really matters because they needed a brain monitor, and you have an example of a brain monitor here. What exactly is a brain monitor, and what would it do?
Well, the brain monitor allows you to directly measure the effect of the propofol on the patient's brain, which is really the issue of concern. And it allows you to avoid the issue of over-medicating because you can tell directly it's the patient feeding back based on what their brain is actually responding to. So it keeps you from giving more propofol than you think is necessary. So the 25 milligrams or 100 milligrams is really not the irrelevant issue. How Michael's brain responded to the propofol, which you can measure directly rather than doing all sorts of exotic modeling and computer stuff. It's not relevant in the 21st century.
Okay, no, Doctor, one of the reasons for the delays was that this study, the coroner released a recent study about lorazepam. Now, the defense has been claiming that Michael Jackson took about 8 lorazepam pills without telling Dr. Murray the day he died, and that this, the defense will say, is a key factor in Michael Jackson's death. Now, we have a study that came out by the coroner that says that there's actually less lorazepam than the defense had been claiming, sort of poking holes in that theory. What's your take on that?
The take is that the defense is very desperate for anything that's going to create reasonable doubt in at least the mind of one jury. I'll go with what the medical examiner said, and that the lorazepam was a contributing factor, but not the principal factor, which is the propofol.
Okay, Dr. BarryFriedberg, thank you so much for joining us, for giving us your take on what's happening in this trial, and also alerting us on the importance of brain monitors, and we appreciate that. And again, the trial gets underway at 8:45 this morning, and soon the defense will begin to present its case, and then we understand that the case could go to the jury as early as late next week. So that's the latest live here in downtown LA. I'm Stephanie Stanton. Back to you.